So let's jump into the core show here. So Lamin, are you ready from Berlin?
Absolutely.
Great.
Let me just share my screen. Great. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lamin Fai, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Buddywise. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that is truly important when it comes to being a smart construction company, namely safety. Before starting Buddywise, I worked many years in the energy industry and several of those heading health and safety. I love working with safety, but it also frustrates me a lot. Because no matter how well you work with great procedures and policies, creating a culture that values safety, there's always somewhere where discipline slips, risks go unaddressed, and someone gets hurt. The concept behind Buddywise is actually a combination of a very old insight and new technology. This is a picture of the DuPont safety competition from 1928. And already then, they realized that having the ability to continuously detect visible safety risks is crucial. In those days, however, they did not have the technology we have today. And the Buddywise platform is based on a technology called computer vision, which is simply the ability for computers to extract data from images and use that data to understand what is happening in a matter of milliseconds, allowing you to digitize the visual world. And there begins the possibility. We usually say that a picture says more than 1,000 sensors, and we really believe that. Making the next step in safety is all about uncovering what is under the surface of what is often referred to as the safety iceberg. With under the surface, we mean all those visual indicators that we are given in terms of near misses and unsafe situations that happen before a serious accident or a fatality. Identifying and eliminating those risks are the only way to reduce the thousands of incidents that lead to fatalities and serious injuries, and financial and reputational losses for the companies impacted. This is especially important for construction because a whopping 20% of worker fatalities in the EU as well as in the United States are in construction, but construction workers actually only make out 6 to 8% of the labor force. So the numbers are completely skewed. Today, we try to collect this valuable data by doing inspections and people reporting on observations. However, these ways of doing things is very ineffective. Reporting is very manual and often requires access to a mobile device or laptops, and it's inaccurate because it only catches a small fraction of what is really there. And usually the reporting is the least complete from the sites where you really need it. The result is too low quality data to actually understand where your safety issues are. And to supplement this, you often do inspections and are many times required by regulators. And although it gives a much more complete picture than reporting, it only gives you a snapshot in time. And it's also very misleading because people usually know when inspection is about to happen. It's also very expensive and takes several hours plus travel to do an inspection. And with Buddywise, we are aiming at finally addressing this issue and replacing this costly and ineffective safety reporting and inspections using computer vision, automated reporting, and intelligent automated response. Our product digitizes and automates what we call the 3 pillars of safety: see something, say something, do something. We call them observe, alert, and act. And we make detections on safety risks through existing and new cameras using purpose-built computer vision models. Based on these risk detections, we create reports, insights, and alerts that enable proactive risk prevention. And last but not least, we automate responses to risks or incidents through integrations with PLCs or machinery, local alarm systems, and other IoT devices. The way that the system works is very simple, and anyone, anywhere can use it. You simply need to have a camera and an internet connection, and you're able to use the system from anywhere in the world in our secure cloud. Just connect, and you are ready to go. There's a few risks that cause the absolute majority of accidents, and our portfolio aims to cover just those risks that together and separately give you a great handle on your safety performance. These are everything from monitoring danger zones to trips and slips and driving in collision. Our computer vision models are trained during deep learning and artificial intelligence, and they perform really well straight out of the box, but they constantly get better the longer you use them at site. Our product is very visual, and you'll see a lot of slides today. So I thought I'll show you a demo of how it works in practice today, and showing you one of our functions for danger zone and PPE, or personal protection equipment. So as I told you, to get started as a customer, you can simply enter the IP address of the camera that you want to use, and you immediately get an easy overview of the feed of your cameras. Once the cameras are set up, you can click on any of the feeds, and you can set up a different monitoring for each camera if you'd wish. Let's assume for the moment that you are the principal contractor on a big construction site, and one of your biggest risks is that there is a lot of lifting at sites, and hence you want to control that people are not walking under cranes where lifting operations is being done. And in addition, you've had several reports that some contractors have not equipped their workers with hard hats and are not wearing them. So you want to monitor this PPE requirement. All you need to do is to activate the monitoring. As you can see in the whole frame here, we're monitoring for hard hats, but we also want to establish a perimeter under the skylift to see and monitor whether people are walking underneath when work is being done. So we just draw a perimeter here. You can draw as many of these perimeters as you'd like, and you're set up with monitoring also for people walking into these zones. We're at a pretty long distance here, and still at this distance and with this sort of decent resolution, the system performs. And as you can see here now, someone is walking into the picture, which immediately creates an alert, which you can view either here in your, or in this example, in your dashboard, where you can see what created the alert, what happened, and you can also see your PPE compliance for the site, which in this case is hard hats. Our mobile app connects directly to the system, and if we detect an unsafe situation that is urgent, you will receive a push notification with the same snapshot that you saw in the dashboard. And if the issue does not warrant direct action, we collate this information into daily, weekly, or monthly reports, allowing you to act on trends, pattern, and with time building up the volume of data that will also generate additional value as we can apply advanced analytics and understand more complex connections. Act is the final step of the process and another important automation. And based on these alerts, many times action needs to be taken. It could be stopping a machine in an urgent risk, or sounding an alarm, or taking steps in the emergency process, such as calling the first aiders and first responders to the team. Very important to mention at this juncture is that data protection is key for us, and we have built our product with that as our guiding star. All the images we process are processed in real time, and the data output is anonymized, and we have an encryptions in place between the camera and the system, and also within the system. We also do a data impact assessment for each customer that we work with. Extremely important. This is the process we follow when starting with a new customer, starting with a clear definition of the use case and the existing process flows around it, through to developing and testing and launching the final solutions. As many models work out of the box, so to say, this process can actually be incredibly fast. And our fastest time from use case to full launch to date has actually been 4 weeks to take you through this whole process. So we can be really quick. So if you are ready to make a real step change for safety, please feel free to reach out to me directly or via the excellent team at Things with Magnus. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Lamin.